Some players are born to shine in the Champions League. Some legends are defined by what they achieve at club level. But Kylian Mbappe is different. He was born for the World Cup. And the summer of 2026 could be the moment when Mbappe reaches heights never seen before in football history. Right now, two extraordinary records stand before him. Two milestones that no legend, no matter how great, has ever conquered. The first record, becoming the first player ever to score in 3 different World Cup finals. Back in Russia, 2018, at just 19 years old, Mbappe found the net in the final and helped France lift the trophy. 4 years later in Qatar, he achieved the unthinkable. A hat-trick in the World Cup final against Argentina, a performance widely regarded as one of the greatest displays ever seen on football's biggest stage. 2 World Cups, 2 finals, 4 goals. A feat never witnessed before in the history of the tournament. And if France reached the final once again in North America in 2026, one more goal from Mbappe would make him the first player ever to score in 3 separate World Cup finals. A record that could stand forever. But that is only the beginning. The second record is even more astonishing. The title of the greatest goalscorer in World Cup history. That honor still belongs to Miroslav Klose, who scored 16 goals across 4 World Cups. Meanwhile, Mbappe already has 12 goals after only 2 appearances at the tournament. 12 goals. The same number Pelé finished with after 4 World Cups. The difference? Pelé needed 4 tournaments to reach that mark. Mbappe needed only 2. Russia, 2018, was the Mbappe of explosive pace and fearless youth. Qatar, 2022, was the Mbappe of leadership, resilience, and carrying an entire nation on his shoulders. And World Cup, 2026? It could be the most terrifying version yet. The version of Mbappe at 27 years old, the golden age of a footballer. His speed remains devastating. His physical condition is at its peak. His experience has been forged through countless elite-level battles. And above all, he is now the unquestioned leader of the French national team. This is no longer the teenage prodigy, this is a man entering the absolute peak of his career. If we look throughout World Cup history, many of football's greatest legends built their legacy on this stage. Diego Maradona needed only the magical summer of 1986 to become an eternal icon of Argentina and world football. Lionel Messi truly ended every debate about his place in history only after lifting the World Cup trophy in Qatar. The World Cup has always been where legends are defined, and Mbappe understands that better than anyone. He may not have won the Champions League yet. The Ballon d'Or may still be waiting. But for years, Mbappe has remained the face of football's new generation. The reason is simple. On the biggest stage in the sport, he always delivers. He scored in a World Cup final at 19. He produced a World Cup final hat-trick at 23. And now he arrives at his 3rd World Cup wearing the captain's armband of France. Among a galaxy of stars in Les Bleus, Mbappe shines brightest of all. France continue to possess one of the most frightening squads in world football. Argentina are no longer quite as dominant as they were 4 years ago. Brazil are still searching for their way back to the summit. England have immense talent, but continue to struggle when it matters most. Meanwhile, Spain have emerged as France's greatest rival in the race for the trophy. Yet even then, Les Bleus remain among the favourites to conquer the world once again. And if France win the 2026 World Cup, if Mbappe is the central figure behind that triumph, he would own 2 World Cup titles, 1 runners-up medal, and very likely become the highest goal scorer in the history of the competition. At that point, his World Cup legacy would surpass many of the icons once thought untouchable. World Cup 2018 was the arrival of a phenomenon, World Cup 2022 was the confirmation of a superstar. But World Cup 2026 could be the tournament where Kylian Mbappe enters football's Hall of Immortality, the moment he is no longer remembered as the heir to greatness, but as one of the greatest players the game has ever seen,